You feel it, don't you? That quiet pressure in your chest. That strange guilt at the end of every day. Like you've betrayed something deep inside you. But you don't know what. It's not burnout. It's not depression. It's not laziness. It's the silent scream of a man who's playing small in a world that demands his greatness. You wake up, check your phone, scroll past 1,000 distractions, chase comfort like it's some prize at the end of the road. But every night, when the world goes quiet, that voice returns. Is this it? If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. You were designed for the hunt, to chase, to bleed, to suffer. But you've been sold a lie, that the goal is peace, safety, softness. And now, you've traded your fight for followers, your fire for comfort, your instinct for opinion. This is not how men are supposed to live. Men today are more medicated, more depressed, and more disconnected than any generation before. Why? Because we've been told to suppress the very things that made us dangerous and noble. You're not depressed. You're underused. The average man sits, consumes, numbs. He avoids pain, avoids risk, avoids confrontation. He plays safe in a world that only rewards those who dare to go all in. Do you want to know what makes a man dangerous? It's not violence. It's not anger. It's the ability to control both. You've been taught to stay quiet, blend in, follow orders. But what's that created? A generation of men with no mission, no tribe, no war, just soft hands, weak backs, and hollow hearts. You were not born to be liked. You were born to be tested. Testosterone levels have dropped by over 50% in the last 40 years. That's not an accident. That's a symptom of a system designed to tame men into obedience. They don't want strong men. They want manageable ones. But no empire was ever built by men who chose safety. Your grandfather fought wars, built cities, raised families with discipline and fire. You battle Wi-Fi signals and wonder why you feel so damn empty. Because you're not tired. You're bored. Bored of pretending this version of you is enough. You don't need therapy. You need a purpose that makes you bleed. Comfort is the slowest form of You think being safe is smart? Here's what safe gives you. A job you hate, a body you disrespect, a soul that whispers, "This isn't who I am." The system doesn't reward masculinity. It fears it, because a man who knows who he is cannot be controlled. A wild man isn't dangerous to society. He's dangerous to a system that thrives on mediocrity. You were made for storms, but you've been living under a roof of excuses. So here's the truth. If you're not pushing against something every day, you're wasting what you were born with. And in that pain, you'll meet the version of yourself you've always been chasing. You can't evolve if you're always comfortable. Transformation lives in the fire. You want to know why you feel hollow, annoyed? Because you've been told that ambition is toxic, that masculinity is a disease, that your strength is a problem to be solved. But strength isn't the enemy, weakness is. You were not made to fold under pressure. You were made to rise through it. You were made for resistance, to sharpen your will against adversity, to find peace, not in comfort, but in the fire. If you run from hard things, you'll spend your life haunted by soft regrets. Look at the numbers. Men are quitting college, quitting relationships, quitting life, because no one taught them how to fight, how to suffer with meaning, how to lose with honor and rise again. We've removed every rite of passage. No more scars, no more calluses, no more trials by fire, just endless screens, junk food, and sedation. But men weren't made to be kept. We were made to be tested. When was the last time you did something you were scared to do? When was the last time you spoke the truth even when your voice cracked? When was the last time you failed and got up anyway? That's what makes a man. Not his car, not his followers, but his willingness to be broken and rebuilt stronger. Men don't find purpose by avoiding pain. They find it by choosing it. David Goggins ran on fractured shins. He ran until he puked blood. Why? Because pain is honest. Pain doesn't lie. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your feelings. It shows you exactly where your limits are and dares you to cross them. You think he's special? He's not. He's just a man who stopped negotiating with weakness. And so can you. You don't need a new plan. You need to do the things you already know you're avoiding. Wake up early. Train hard. Cut the junk. Say no more often. Say yes to what scares you. You are not your habits. You are the war you choose to fight every day. Comfort tells you to rest. Conviction tells you to rise. Your body begs for ease, but your soul, it wants a battle. The modern world wants men to be soft, compliant, tame. But the world has never been changed by tame men. The men who changed history were called crazy before they were called legends. They were ridiculed, attacked, broken, and they kept showing up. That's your calling, to keep showing up. Even when you're tired, even when you're doubting yourself, even when no one claps for you, especially then. Because no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to light your fire. That job is yours. You were born with that fire. Not to destroy, but to forge, to build, to lead, to inspire. But if you ignore it long enough, it will turn against you. It'll become anxiety, depression, addiction, restlessness, rage. Not because you're broken, but because you're bored.
And do whatever the it takes to reach your goals.
You don't need to find yourself. You need to build yourself. Brick by brick, habit by habit, rep by rep, choice by choice. Your destiny isn't something you wait for. It's something you bleed for. The hard truth? No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to challenge you. No one's coming to demand more of you. That has to come from within, from the man inside you that's been silent for too long. It's time to wake him up. You have one life, one name, one legacy. So what are you doing with it? Wasting it on comfort, on distractions, on cheap validation, or forging it in the fires of discomfort, discipline, and courage? Because when the clock runs out, no one will care how nice you were. They'll ask, what did he build? What did he fight for? Who did he become? If you made it this far, you're not like most men. Most quit. Most scroll. Most numb themselves. But you're still here, still listening, still holding on to something deep and ancient. And I want you to write one word in the comments. Soul warrior. Not for me, for you. So that you never forget this moment. The moment you decided to stop playing safe and start forging fire. Because remember this.
The fire inside you was never meant to destroy. It was meant to forge.